Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Goal Zero, Mercury, Lund Boats, St. Croix, Lowrance, Jerry Yamamoto Custom Baits, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.
Hi, I'm your host, Jarrett Edwards. Welcome to today's show. Today we're in Northern California, Clear Lake to be exact, with one of our absolute favorite guys, Jared Lintner. Jared, good being back in the boat with you, buddy.
Nice to be here again, man.
Jared, you've won Bassmaster Opens out here. You fish this lake, 50 to 75 days a year. We're in late fall today. What can we expect?
You know, the fish are still kind of outside because the water temp is still kind of high in the mid 70s.
Okay.
And so they haven't really gotten back into these sloughs and bays yet. So we're going to target them, trying to find that outside grass, throwing a frog, throwing reaction baits, and then flipping a heavy weight in that existing grass and trying to get a reaction strike. If we get some wind late this afternoon, which I think is supposed to happen, we'll go to maybe a spinner bait or a blade bait, something like that, where we can rip it through that grass and get some reaction bites.
No doubt about it. Guys, stick around. It's going to be an awesome show. Jared Lintner, Clear Lake. Come and join us.
Let's go do it.
Let's make it happen.
Oh, you got one?
I do.
Right on.
He's not a giant, but for pitch fish, absolutely a blast. Come on over here, buddy. Boy, it's amazing how much junk comes in with it, huh?
That's why you need stout line and a stout rod, for sure.
Oh, that's crazy. 2.5 pounder, then give me a heart attack. These mats, as the sun's coming up, a lot of these fish are just positioning right underneath that mat, huh?
Yeah,
What's your thoughts?
They're just getting higher in the water column. I mean, how far down did that fish eat you?
Probably about 1.5 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a beauty.
Well, keep working them over, and I'll keep throwing a frog and stuff, and see if we can catch some big ones.
That'll work. See you, baby. What you got, buddy? A little better fish, huh? Nice. Let me go and grab that bad boy. Here we are talking and getting blasted, huh?
Yeah.
A little better fish, huh?
A little bit better. Still not the Clear Lake beast we want, but...
You betcha. Well, let's talk about this. I'm gonna go ahead and put him back in, and then let's discuss about gear ratio. Because pitching and stuff like this, I know he's not exactly what we're looking for, but nice fish.
Yeah.
Let's talk about gear ratio. Gear ratio is definitely very critical, such as what we just saw there. See it, baby.
Well, absolutely. When you hit a fish like that, we're fishing in 7-8 foot of water, and the water temp's this warm, those fish are crazy. I mean, they're going from you. So you got to be able to pick up enough line, otherwise it's a lost cause. You're going to lose that fish. And like here, I'm throwing a 7-to-1 gear ratio. Without that, you're not going to be able to take up as much line with a slower gear ratio reel, especially like when you're punching this or flipping this outside, sparse grass. You got to have a fast gear ratio to keep up with the fish. Otherwise, it's a lost cause.
Yeah, that's interesting. I remember when I started pitching, by mistake, I'd pitch with the 5-3 to 1.
Yeah.
There's so many times I'd stick that fish when trying to learn, and that fish he would already be right there before I catch up with him.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll jump right at the boat and spit it, and he's gone. So faster gear ratio is definitely key with pitching, huh?
If you don't keep a tight line, just like frogfish, if you let slacken that line, you let slacken the line on this type of flipping stuff, that fish is more than likely going to be gone, and you're going to have your feelings hurt. So have the right equipment, absolutely.
No doubt about it. Oh man, what a bite that was. I'm telling you, buddy.
Frog.
Oh man.
Frog.
I'm pitching, you're throwing a frog. Oh, that's awesome.
Frogfish.
Oh, goodness. That
You got him?
is Clear Lake right there.
That's what you like. Look at that. Choked it. Frog is gone. That's what you like to see.
Ah, and there's your frog, huh?
Finally, out of the depths.
Man, that is unbelievable. Let's put her back in and let's talk about a little bit, because some of it doesn't look like it on the water, but some of this structure has definitely changed from this morning.
Absolutely.
See ya, baby. Wow. We've been to some great places today that look really good, but the structure underneath the water might have disappeared a little bit. It might be too mucky of a bottom, right? And so forth. And that's been pretty interesting today. Cover versus structure, what's your thoughts when dealing with frogfish?
What I interpret is cover is anything that's like laid like a canopy.
Sure.
Whether it's this type of grass, you know, a cheese mat, what we call, you know, where it's just solid matted, or like a hyacinth mat, stuff like that. And structure to me is like the grass we were flipping earlier, where you're trying to get those tighter clumps of the grass roots and you're fishing that structure. So this is cover here, and my favorite bait is a frog.
No doubt about it. Oh, there's a line switch. There he is.
Uh-oh. Taken?
I don't know, buddy. He's hiding out down there.
He's hanging out.
Let's see what we got.
Let me see.
We got 100 pounds of weeds. Is there even a fish on there?
Yeah. Here, let me help you.
Get that
Let me help you.
All right, there's the one I was looking for. A little bit better.
Oh,
Nothing wrong with that, my friend.
nothing.
Look at that.
Why am I all of a sudden doing all your dirty work?
Because someone has to do it, huh?
I guess.
Look at that. Fish is just buried up, tangled up in the salad, huh?
That's what we like.
All right. There we go. I'm gonna put that over there. Sitting right up under the mat, right where he should be, huh?
I don't know why I didn't catch him on a frog. Threw it over there 100 times.
Yeah, just he didn't want to come up. He's a lazy bass, huh?
I guess so.
Man, right under this stuff. Now let's talk about this kind of weed. I'm gonna go ahead and put this fish in. This kind of weed is definitely key to today's success. I'll create a hole for you. All right, see you later, baby. Push him on down to get underneath there. No way the diver can swim under that stuff. You can almost get out and walk on it. All right, buddy, I'm gonna pull some of this out.
That's a mess.
Yeah, this is a mess. And you can almost just get out and walk all over this stuff. What in the world is this grass? It's so thick. What in the world is it? And why do they like hanging under? Obviously it's covered,
Right.
less sunlight penetration. You
Yep.
have your ambush points. We all understand this. But if I heard you correctly, this stuff's dying.
Yeah, it's on the way out right now.
What is this called, first of all?
Well, I don't know the technical name of it, but
Yeah.
for years and years, all I know is that it's called hippie grass.
Okay.
You know, it's real stringy, and what it does though is these fish, it gives these fish an ambush point for these hitch. In other words, if you look at this mat, it's like a little perfect circle. So these fish could be on the edges, they could be dark inside, you know, deep inside the mat. Hitch swim by, they run out, grab them, come back in.
Gotcha.
So it provides, you know, protection for them, shade, like you said. I mean, the oxygen level is really good. And what's gonna happen is all this stuff is gonna eventually die when the water temps start dropping. Yeah, you see the green intermixed with the brown. When
Sure.
it turns all brown, if you notice the brown stuff we've been fishing today, we can't get bit out of it.
No
It's
doubt
not as
about it.
healthy, it's not putting off the oxygen, the nutrients.
That's interesting. This whole lake is filled with grass, but only a certain kind is really holding them.
Yep.
So today what you're saying for folks that want to come here, you know, late fall, is to be able to come out and really try to find the remaining green stuff that's growing, concentrate on that versus some of the brown dead stuff.
Yep, that's the first thing I look for.
Well, you wanna take off? What do you wanna do, buddy?
Take a little subtle change. I'm gonna go with like a blade style bait. I mean, the wind's
With the
up.
wind?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that'll be the deal with that, grabbing
Yeah,
something subsurface. I mean, I've been trying it all day.
Well, it's definitely picking
So-
up. Well, let's throw that real quick, make a couple
if the old
passes,
blade
then
bait will
we'll
work.
continue heading back, see if there's some fish on docks
See
or
if the old
something.
blade bait will.
Dang. Look at that. What a fish. All right, come on over here. He is hot. Hot.
There you
Now
go.
you pick up this blade bait and you say, it looks right, let me make a cast. And good Lord, are you kidding me?
Well, the thing is I've been trying hard all day for a frog bite.
Yeah.
And had a few, but they're, you know, you could see them chasing every now and then. And now that we got this little bit of wind and ripple on the water, you know, the frog isn't the deal. So
What a fish, buddy.
it's first cast, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put her back in. What a fish. So maybe the blade bite with the wind. What we've done here, folks, is we've turned around. It's late in the afternoon and we decided to make this pass at, we've got some frogfish on, and no doubt, there she goes. That's the instinct of someone that's on tour, and I've said it time and time again. You know, you make your living literally on the water and reading key adjustments. Today is no different. You just decided the conditions are right. I mean, you said, I'm gonna pick that up. 10 seconds later, whack a 4.5, 5 pound fish. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it wasn't lucky, because it was, but I mean, you know, I've been trying, like I said, that frog deal. I've tried a toad type frog, I've tried
Sure.
a hollow belly type frog. For some reason, it's not biting it, and especially the worst thing ever for actually a hollow belly frog is this wind.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I can get something below the surface.
Something down there, yeah. And no doubt keying in on those shad, those silver sides.
Yeah,
That's a
what they're
bait that's
chasing.
gonna make it happen, huh?
I don't know, we're gonna try it.
Well, let's see if it's a fluke, or let's see if we can't pin something else on it.
Let's see.
I'm Jarrett Edwards with Dallas Hodges. Dallas, how we doing?
Great, Jared. Thank you.
Thank you. Right here in the Motor Guide booth. Now, Motor Guide, you guys are known as having, you know, an outstanding trolling motor on the water, some great accessories. But for several years now, you folks have been involved in the charger business. Please explain to the folks at home a little bit of the differences on the Motor Guide chargers and how that could be a major benefit to them on their next fishing trip.
Yeah, last year we came out with some smart charging technology.
Okay.
And what that means is that you have the capability in your charger to have 2 banks with 5 amps, but once the first battery's charged, you can use those amps for the second battery. So you get a total
Gotcha.
of 10 amps going into your trolling motor battery. So this is an outstanding 2-bank, 5-amp charger, you know, for a recreational boat.
Now, Dallas, I see the technology we have here. Does that relate over to the other chargers as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And that way you can pick the right charger for your boat.
Okay.
This is a single bank 5-amp charger.
Gotcha.
So it would just charge 1 battery. And then you've got a 2-bank charger here with 5 amps for each bank.
Sure.
And that's this charger here. And then we also make a 3-bank charger,
Gotcha.
which is a 5, 5, and 3. Now you'd hook the 3 up to your cranking battery, and then 5 amps for your 2 trolling motor batteries on a 24-volt system.
Outstanding. There you have it, guys. Motor Guide, a lot more than just trolling motors out there. And for the folks at home, all they have to do is just visit motorguide.com. All your guys' products, trolling motors, accessories, and now chargers are online to help find the right charger for your boat. Dallas, as always, I appreciate it.
Thanks.
I'm Jared Edwards. This has been your Mercury Minute.
Better? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, nice one.
Buried up in the grass again. Look at that.
There you go. There you go. You
Over
need
here.
a hander.
I'll grab it.
You got him?
Yeah, a little bit better. You know, Jared, I'm gonna put this guy in real quick, let him swim home. Let's talk about this algae.
Okay.
There's some nasty stuff. It has benefits, definitely has drawbacks, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
See you, baby. Jared, the algae bloom. I know it just about every summer it comes down and it happens down here.
Yep.
Some people say it gets so thick it feels like you can walk on it at times. Today's not so bad. It's definitely broken up with the surface. What are the pros and cons of algae fishing, basically?
You know, one of the biggest benefits is, you know, it darkens up the water. You can fish heavier line, different kind of baits. You know, I mean, usually this water is really, really clear. So in other words, you know,
Gotcha.
your line size, you can go up a little bit. Some of your
Sure.
baits, you know, and you could fish a lot quicker, I guess.
Okay.
They're not as gun shy to come and bite
I
a
see.
bait, come and chase a bait.
Gotcha.
But, you know, one of the cons is this stuff, I mean, overnight will pack into a bay like this and you can't even get a 1 ounce weight through it. It's like punching out in the
Gotcha.
open water. You can't fish. You know, it gets all gummed up in your reels
You
and
betcha,
your
sure.
rod guides. So sometimes it's hard on us as anglers to, you know, have confidence when
get
this
out
stuff,
there.
yeah, it starts
Yeah, no
stinking
doubt.
and nasty. But
Well, Jared and I have a bet going on, and basically at the end of the day, whoever catches the least amount of fish, which so far is right here, has to clean the boat. I have a white boat. It's gonna be nasty. Look, I might have to put on 4-pound line and drop shot.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't know about this bet.
Well.
This segment brought to you by Tackle Warehouse, guaranteed lowest prices.
You know, Jared Lintner is actually a gentle giant at a full foot taller than me at 6'5". This guy is literally a force to be reckoned with on Clear Lake. Now, besides the frog, we got on kind of a punch and bite early on. And what that means is heavy tackle, heavy equipment, and literally winching those fish out of some of that heavy grass. We started with 65-pound braided line. This was key when those fish bit to be able to pull them out of the heavy stuff. Now, one thing you're gonna notice on this particular rig, besides being the ugliest rig you've ever seen, happens to be a small little bobber stop right there. This little black bobber stop was very key. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna stop this weight literally from sliding on down the line. Now, if you took away this bobber stop, many times your weight would penetrate through that junk, leaving your bait slowly trailing behind. Definitely not what you're looking for on today's show. So the bobber stop, they're cheap. You can get a ton of them for a couple bucks. Today was definitely a great lifesaver. Going down to the tungsten weight, what we have here is a River to Sea 1-ounce trash bomb. The trash bomb's available in a couple different colors. It's a powder coated weight. It's definitely ideal for punching and being able to penetrate through the thick stuff. Now we matched this today, moving this on up, with a small little skirt here. And this skirt happens to be a little punch skirt. There's several manufacturers of them. You can pick your own colors. The black and blue was definitely key on today's show. We began, actually, shall I say, I began pitching just a standard flapping hog, was hardly getting any bites at all compared to Jared. He was tearing it up out there with the punch skirt. So I'm no dummy. I went ahead, switched up, punch skirt it is, along with the soft plastic, win-win combination. Now, the flapping hog, standard size flapping hog, and this is green pumpkin, so color 297 with black fleck. And what you're gonna notice right here is we have some never slip bait tape up at the head, and then we double dipped because we used a 4-aught mustad hook. And this particular hook has a small little barb up front that's powder coated, so it's not allowing that to slip. And then by the time you put the never slip bait tape on there, deadly combination. That bait's not going anywhere. We went ahead and also text posed, which again, after the Texas rig, we're simply gonna allow that hook point to rest on top and then pull back and reinsert. The punch rig today was a lot of fun. The bites, they're vicious, and most importantly, you're gonna go home with some sore ribs. Let's move to the rod. This happens to be a 7-foot, 6-inch St. Croix Legend Extreme. Now, this is a medium heavy. A lot of people would say, well, why not the heavy? The heavy would be a great ideal rod. However, again, I was preparing to go to Clear Lake for a frog bite, so I wanted a rod such as the medium heavy with a little bit softer of a tip to be able to throw that frog. But the 7.6 medium heavy power is such a good all-around rod, especially for heavier line out there. Again, 65-pound braid. That I can fish all types of techniques with it. Pitching, a 1-ounce weight, no problem. Frogging, no problem. A big spinner bait or topwater, no issues at all. This rod can handle it. All the equipment demonstrated on today's show, from the Motor Guide trolling motor all the way to Lowrance Electronics, I tell you, all these brands we just mentioned can be found all in one place. That is TackleWarehouse.com. Tackle Warehouse not only has the best selection anywhere online, these guys have the guaranteed lowest prices, and my personal favorite, free shipping on items over $50. What you got, buddy?
Got one.
What are you doing down there, huh? Well, my friend, we began pitching. It's a great way to end pitching as well, you know it?
Yeah, man, it's been fun. Absolutely.
It has been a ball today. You know, these fish, little by little, have added up to be an absolute blast.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and put him back in. Jared, what a day it's been, buddy. Sure do want to thank you, man. Just awesome getting out there in the boat.
It's been a lot of fun.
You know, for the folks at home that want to learn more about what you're doing and some of your techniques, Jared, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is visit our good buddies at tacklewarehouse.com. These guys are not only a monster online retailer and definitely where we shop, but a great opportunity is that Jared has these blogs that you create, the vlogs, and you do a jillion of them. You have, geez, I'd bet to say 100 hours of just footage and features that is all about techniques, and a lot of the other Tackle Warehouse pros join in with you. Tell us a little about the videos.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of fun. You know, I started doing that years ago, and it's a really great opportunity to teach the public, you know, more about what I do, how to catch fish, how to rig baits, how to, you know, how to do everything to do with bass fishing. So it's an awesome opportunity. I'm really thankful for Tackle Warehouse allowing me to do that. I
bet to say that you would have well over 100 hours of just awesome videos, and all you have to do is go to the website and check it out. And you guys, been just an awesome day. Love Clear Lake. Jared, want to thank you very much, buddy.
Thanks a lot, man. It was
always
fun.
great getting in the boat with you. Hope I get to heal up
some
here.
Band-Aids.
No doubt about it. Well, let's go get some dinner. Got about an hour before the sun goes down. As always, thanks so much for watching our show. I'm Jarrett Edwards. We look forward to seeing you back right here next week. Jarrett Edwards Outdoors.
Jarrett Edwards Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Gold Hero, Mercury, Lund Boat, St. Croix, Lowrance, Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.